As the sun began to set, a large crowd of over 5,000 people sat along the grassy hill, waiting eagerly to hear the teachings of Jesus. The afternoon stretched on, and despite their eagerness, fatigue and hunger began to settle amongst them. "Master," one of the disciples said, his voice tinged with worry, "send the crowd away to buy food for themselves in the surrounding villages." Jesus looked upon his disciples with a serene demeanor. "They do not need to go away," he replied, his eyes warm with compassion. "You give them something to eat." The disciples exchanged bewildered glances, glancing back at the vast sea of people seated before them. A disciple stepped forward, hesitant, holding out a small basket containing 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. "But this is all we have," he explained, puzzled and a little awestruck by the impossibility of the task. Jesus took the loaves and fish in his hands, lifted his gaze to the heavens, and prayed, calmly giving thanks to the Father for his provision. With the prayer whispered into the cooling evening air, the disciples began to hand out the food. And in an astonishing turn of events, the small offering not only sufficed, but more than enough remained. The sea of hands reaching out for nourishment were all filled until no one was left hungry, and still 12 baskets brimmed with leftover pieces. As the crowd settled into the satisfaction of their fulfilled hunger, Jesus watched them with a gentle smile. The disciples, still awestruck, moved amongst the people gathering the excess. All were left pondering this great miracle, the miracle of abundance from scarcity. Where faith thrives, even the smallest offering can be transformed into more than enough. And so, the question lingered in the minds of all who were present. Do you believe Jesus can still multiply what little you have?